I want to talk about 5 inflectional ways of word formation process. They are affixation, reduplication, internal modification, or you call it internal change, suppletion, and tone placement. Because I've mentioned in detail about the first way affixation in the video of derivation versus inflection. So I'm not going to get the details of this affixation way of word formation process, and I'll leave a link down below and you can check it out. So let's start with the reduplication way of inflectional word formation process. Talking about the reduplication way, there are only two parts. One part is full reduplication. Second part is partial reduplication. So to put it simply, full reduplication basically means you double the the word, and that's it. And the partial reduplication simply means you double partial of a word to form a new word. So firstly, let's talk about the full reduplication. And I think in order to get a clear grasp of full reduplication, I think it's better to look at some examples. So here we are going to take the example of Indonesian word bulan, keras, and melku. So basically, those three words are bird, loud, and beat. So let's take the word bulan. So as I give the explanation for full duplication, basically we are going to double the word bulan, right? So bulan becomes bulan bulan, and the word from bird changes to many birds. And kelas, so according to full reduplication rule, becomes kelas. So the word from loud changes to loudly, right? So third word is melku. So according to full reduplication rule, it becomes melku. So the it means the word from beat changes to beat constantly, right? So this is about full reduplication. Let's look at partial reduplication. Let's take the example word of ksotu in Hebrew. So ksotu means cat. As the rule of partial reduplication, here we are going to double the part of the word ksetu. So we'll double the part two of the word ksetu. So the word ksetu becomes ksetu. By the way, ksetu in Hebrew means cat. So when we double partial of ksetu becomes ksetu, changes from cat to kitten, right? Let's take another example word, mahuta. It means shape in the Motu language. Motu is the central Papua New Guinea. For those of you want to clarify about it. And so here we are going to partial reduplicate ma of the word mahuta, right? So from mahuta it becomes mamahuta. So the word shape becomes shape, but in plural forms. Right? So this is about partial reduplication. So this is reduplication. And let's talk about internal modification or internal change. Internal modification basically is the way of internal inflectional word formation process. It is a way of word change by changing a part of a morpheme. But there's two ways of doing so. The first way is change of vowel. There's a term called ablaut, right? Ablaut means alternation in the vowels of a related word forms. I'm gonna give you an example. Word like the word run, right? In its past tense it's run, right? From run to ran, so the vowel changes, right? And the second word, let's take goose. So goose, we to geese, so we change the vowel u to e, so from goose to geese. The second part of internal modification of forming a word is consonant change. We can take the word house to house, right? So house is a noun and house is a verb. So what's the difference? The difference is that there's a consonant s in the noun form of the house to the consonant z in the verb form of house, right? So from house to house, from noun to verb, right? So this is about changing part of a morpheme. Particularly we are talking about changing of a vowel and changing of consonant, as those examples are given here. And it's about internal modification. So next we're talking about suppletion. But before we talk about suppletion, I think I have to give some descriptions of what suppletion is about, right? So firstly, suppletion is the occurrence of phonemically unrelated allomorphs of the same morpheme. So what does it mean? It means that so let's talk about the word allomorph in the definition of suppletion. So allomorph is the variant forms of a single morpheme that are phonetically distinct, but have the same meaning and function. So cases like plural morphemes, plural noun morphemes, right? The s, the added suffix s can be sounded as s, z, or is. It depends on the rules behind it, and verb past tense of the verbs, right? So the added ed can be sounded like t, the, or ed. Also, it depends on the rules behind it. And cases like indefinite article are and an, right? They function the same, but they use the different forms or different morphemes. The morphemes are changed, but they function the same. So this is about allomorph. Suppletion is basically change a part of a word, change part of a morpheme in a word with a different morpheme, but they sound the same. So the example word I'm giving here, like the word go, to the past tense went, right? So this is totally form change. Go doesn't look like at all, right? From went. So, but they still mean the action of going somewhere. So this is about suppletion. So last is about tone placement. To better understand tone placement, I'm gonna take an example from Chinese word. So in Chinese words, Chinese is the tonal language, and the same pronunciation can have 4 different tonal sounds, and each variation has its different meanings. So let's take Chinese language as an example. Let's say the tone. Let's say the word 河. 河 in Chinese, it means a stream or a small river. Sorry, 小河. 小河 means a stream or a small river, but you change it to 小溪, right? It's the same. It means the same. A small, a small brook or a small river. So 小河 and 小溪, it's different tonal sound. Alright, hope it helps, and have a good one.